Hey y'all, welcome back to another video with Life for Chester for General Hospital. May 14, 2025. Look, I got a lot to say. Where do we start? I know we're supposed to start with, let's see, Kai and Stella. But I said, now Drew. No. Now Willow and Drew. Willow, why would you sit up there and let this man say that he's going to paint Michael as an absentee father? To my son, he chose to go to Germany instead of stick by his kids. He hasn't talked to the kids through Willow. First of all, you ain't got to. He ain't got to. I said, how you going? Oh my goodness, hold on, y'all. But yeah, he over here trying to paint Michael as an absentee father, and I was like, how they work? But then Diane trying to make it seem like the kids will be in danger by living with Drew and stuff like that. But I said the same could be said if they live with you. They could say Sonny dangerous. They could say Jason dangerous. But at the same time, I think they got a strategy, not a strategy. They said something like if they haven't been convicted, they can't hold it against them or something like that. I don't know how true that is, but yeah. I would say that, but the same could be said that Jason and Sonny dangerous as well. Look. Then Diane said that there's a chance that the kids won't end up with Carla either. They would end up with Nina. And I was thinking, I was trying to figure out. I was like, okay, who else could the kids end up with? Because they started going back and forth, back and forth. Willow and Michael have yet to talk together about the whole situation. Um, Nina and Drew speaking for Willow, while Carly speaking for Michael. The man don't even know, and she still don't want to tell him. He over here finna lose his kids, and you still feel like he don't have a right to know? What? What? But okay, let me know down below what y'all thought of this episode. We're gonna start with Kai and Stella. So he was in, I'm assuming that's physical therapy or whatever, and he was just trying to get better. He ends up asking Stella for a favor. The favor was, hold on. The favor was he wanted her, if I'm not mistaken, to talk to the doctor so he could be released in time to walk the red carpet with Trina and everything. She ends up saying that the doctor didn't approve, but he still feels like there's going to be time for him to actually walk the red carpet. Meanwhile, Trina over here telling Josh, I guess we'll talk about them next. Trina over here telling Josh that after the nurses ball, she leaving. She going to be with Kyle, whatever. But I'm assuming he gonna surprise her on the red carpet, y'all. When is it? Next week? We got the next? I don't know. But yeah, Trina and Josh was just talking about her job. She ends up revealing that she got the job working for Dalton. That's when Trina realized that that's the same job that Emma wanted. They was talking about it, and Trina was just saying how at least you know you got it fair and square. No, dog, my battery about to go dead. Oh my goodness, where's the charge? It's somewhere. Let me try to hurry up. She was saying at least you got the job fair and square and stuff like that. Josh be looking so guilty. She be looking so doggone guilty. But yeah, then they end up talking about I think the nurses ball stuff like that. So I'm assuming they performing together again. Nina and Willow. Nina. Nina done got caught slipping already. She done got caught slipping already, y'all. The Boyle dude, he over here done snitched that Nina was talking to Jacinda. I said, you done got caught. I said, you done got caught already. And I said, the only thing left is for him to go ahead and reveal that Nina and him had slept together. They slept together more than once, didn't they? I enjoyed it when Laura threw that drink at Ezra's face. That was pretty funny. And something tells me Laura is going in custody of her children. Yep, she probably is. Then with the drink thing, what was that? Was that General Hospital? It was something I was watching where they said something like that was assault. You know how Laura threw that drink in his face, threw that drink on him, or whatever. I was like, what was I watching? It was something else. I didn't know there was assault. What's that General Hospital, the Bold and Beautiful? It was something else. I didn't know there was assault. But I feel like he was taunting her for a reason. She walked right into it. She walked right into the doggone trap. But we'll see how that plays out. But back to Nina and Willow. She asked why she was doing that, what she was doing there, or whatever. And she was saying, if you hear to say anything about Drew, I don't want to hear it. I'm standing beside him and stuff like that. Nina over here, girl, just hang up the tab. Just hang up the tab at this point. What did she say? If you believe him and if you standing by him, then I believe you. I believe him too. I said, it's too little too late, sweetheart. It's too little too late. You don't got caught. You don't got caught, and he gonna use that as his opportunity. You don't went through all this trouble to hire the lady to fake like to I can't say the word poison him or whatever, put substance in his drink just to get caught slipping when you could have just told her the truth. I still feel like that wouldn't have made a difference because he has a way to spin everything. He has a way to spin everything. He come up with a lie so doggone fast, just like Portia, just like Portia. But Boy and Drew was talking, and he was confronting Drew. He wanted to know what he did with Jacinda. He's like, he known her for a while and stuff like that. She not just gonna leave town and then start talking. He assumed that Drew actually was involved with her and stuff like that. He was like, you didn't see my press release or whatever. He was trying to say he innocent. So he was like, did have you seen her with anybody new recently? Why this man gonna say, yeah, Willow's mother. Willow's mother to my Nina. I said, Nina, Nina, Nina. So now he gonna put two and two together because Brad already said that he got it for Portia. But then not only that, with him being a congressman or whatever, can't he just request the video and that shows where the Portia was there, Nina was there, and they was talking to Jacinda? Carly got it real fast because I think they was at the Metro Court or whatever. But can't he, as a congressman, get there too? I said, y'all need to stick to y'all doggone day job. Done got caught all doggone ready. But yeah, and that's he revealed. I don't know. Did they show it again? No, I think by that time he had made it home because Willow had got served. Oh, I gotta go back to that. I done scratched it out. Um, I don't think they went back to the scene when he found out that Nina was talking to Jacinda, but he gonna put two and two together. Willow ends up opening the door. That's when she got served. She realizes she always assumed Michael did it. Yeah, Michael's going through with the divorce, and he's seeking full custody or whatever. And I was like, first of all, how is they wasn't she supposed to be in charge of his decisions and stuff? Like, well, obviously he didn't get a divorce from her or whatever. But I was like, how is Carly able to act on his behalf like that? I think if I'm not mistaken, before he left town, they said something about she was able to make decisions for him or something like that. I don't know. But wouldn't it make more sense, especially with him doing better for Diane, since she is his lawyer, for her to act on his behalf versus Carly? Because ain't no way. They over here, Michael this and Michael that. Michael don't know nothing about nothing going on. And I thought they said he was coming back. Because then they was Diane, I'm skipping ahead, but Diane and Jason, they was talking about Michael. I think she said Michael had to be there to testify to get his kids. And she was like, no, I don't want to know. I'm going to do it on his behalf. So I was like, so he ain't coming back. They say in 2 weeks. So June something. That's what they said, y'all. But yeah, she like, can't believe he doing this. And then my thing with Willow, she be over here acting like she freaking, I don't want to say crazy, slow, crazy. I said this twice. Because she be acting so shocked. What you thought this man was going to do? At least with the divorce, now the full custody, you'll be shocked by that. He already said, he didn't want full custody. It was just a starting point. But to be shocked anyway, you over here you not considering him. You over here acting like he don't exist. Did Carly say that on today's episode? Somebody said that they over here acting like this man just don't exist or whatever. Done moved and you already had an affair. That's why I keep saying I wish that he hadn't slept with Sasha and got pregnant. Because Rick over here knows the tale. It's his job though. He's finna tell it like it ain't nothing. He might be the one to find out. Because he said if it's something to be found out, he's gonna find it or whatever. But yeah, I was like, dog. But yeah, she was like, she shocked. Nina was shocked and stuff like that. Not shocked enough to tell the doggone truth or whatever. Because you're over here speaking on Willow behalf, just like Carly speaking on Michael behalf. And I was like, they not supposed to be able to do this. These two need to have a conversation by themselves. But by then, it's probably gonna be too late when she finds out that Sasha slept with her husband and over here confronting her and stuff and got pregnant. It's over with. It's over with. But Laura, Lucky, Lulu, they was just having a family little meeting. They was talking about the kids. Lulu was saying how Rocco scared her and stuff. They was talking about Elizabeth. Lulu ends up asking if him and Elizabeth back together, and that's all they was talking about when that dude came over here, Ezra. I said at this point, that's harassment, ain't it? Is that considered harassment? He always in her face over here watching her stuff. He ends up mentioning Rocco stuff like that, and then she started getting upset. I was like, don't walk into the trap, Lord. It's a trap. It's a trap. He would be doing that stuff for a reason. He gonna go to the press or whatever and say, yeah, she got a temper. She doing this and that. He over here talking about some, or what you gonna have your buddy, Corinthos to do this and that. Sonny Corinthos this. I said, Sonny be having these people pressed in the mud. Sonny be having, look, everybody in town after Sonny by now. But yeah, let me scratch that out. But yeah, Ezra came, confront her and stuff like that. mentioning Rocco. What else did he say? He just was saying a whole bunch, and she was like, "Get out of here, leave." And he just kept on and kept on. And I feel like when people do stuff like that, they looking for a reaction. He wanted a reaction, and he got it. And I was like, okay, he don't need to be married either, if that's the case. If that's the case, you don't need to be married either. But yeah, he kept on. And I was like, that's harassing. He harassing her at this point. But yeah, she threw that drink in his face. I said, Lulu laughing. Laura. I was like, yeah, he gonna use this to his advantage some type of way. Elizabeth and Rick, he stopped by to check on her, and he notices that Lucky's not there. And I said he never misses an opportunity to talk about Lucky. But yeah, they got to talking. He over here don't went got him a dog on what they said. Of course, I said y'all wasn't supposed to let. Well, his car was gone, but at the same time, come on now, you could have got a different car. He letting it be known he done came into some money. He definitely is. And then, not to mention the fact that he's obsessed with getting back at Sonny. Like, dude, let it go. I don't even know why they beefing. I forgot. It's been so long. I forgot why they into it, why Rick and Sonny into it. But this man, every time you look around, I said, that's supposed to be not against the law, but what's the word I'm looking for? They ain't supposed to be able to, is it a conflict of interest? I don't know. He ain't supposed to be able to do that type of stuff, do we? But I don't know. Then again, I take that back because some lawyers are crooked anyway. So, but yeah, Elizabeth and Rick was talking about that. He was checking on her and stuff like that. And he said something about if she had been seriously hurt, he was gonna make the person that did it pay or whatever. And he's giving it away. I feel like it's only gonna be a matter of time before Elizabeth remembers everything. Then she already mentioned something to Lucky on today's episode where I think he's gonna know that Rick knows, and that's why Alexis wanted to have Christina committed. And she still won't tell her. She doing everything. They always doing everything except what they should be doing. You over here finding cars and all. What good that's gonna do? What else? What good is that going to do? You don't sit up here and already transfer the doggone money that you weren't supposed to. Now you already going to jail. It's too late. You should have went to Spinelli and Jason and Sonny them beforehand instead of bowing down to these folks or sent Christina to the crazy house with one or the other. But yeah, what else was Elizabeth and Rick talking about? I think he said something. He said something. Let me see. Boy harassing Dante Spinelli, Elizabeth. No, it's when Elizabeth and Lucky was talking. Dante and Christina, she was saying how nice the house is and stuff. And she ends up talking about Alexis, ends up revealing that she was trying to have her committed. And Dante was just, she said something about, she don't know if she'll ever be able to forgive Alexis. I said, she should not be able to forgive you. You over here to put her in another predicament or whatever. Because the last time you took your tail over there to Ava house because you ain't had no business being there or whatever, and they don't sit up here and arrested her. No. I take that back. She threw the weapon in there trying to protect you. Now she don't sit up here and stole money that ain't hers or whatever. So she could lose her law license too and go to jail, right? And that's why I was like, Alexis, at some point, you're gonna have to say something. Some type of way she's gonna find out. Lucky probably when Lucky put two and two together, he probably gonna tell Christina like your mom knows or whatever, and that's why she was trying to have you committed. But yeah, did I write down? Yeah, I did. Spinelli and Alexis. So Alexis had a job for Spinelli. She wanted him to find the car. She was like, they said that the people had took it and stuff like that, but she don't believe it. She think they moved it. He ends up finding it. That it's registered under Ava name. I said, he good. He good. But yeah, he ends up finding it or whatever. So I don't know what she finna get ready to do with that information. But yeah, I was like, okay, you doing everything except telling the doggone truth, just like Portia and Nina over here. Sit up here, what you gonna do with the car now that you know that they got it? Like, I don't know what she hoping to accomplish because she already done jeopardized herself. But y'all know this wouldn't be the first time that we seen them jeopardize themselves or go to jail or whatever or die. Or die and come back to life. So, anything goes on a soap opera. Carly, Jason, Diane. What was Carly and Jason talking about at first? Let me see if I wrote it down. They was talking about something. Jason and Carly, no, I didn't write it down. I just wrote Jason and Carly was talking. Dog, I can't remember what they was talking about. But they end up being interrupted by Diane. She ends up saying that they have a problem with it. They have a disaster because of Carly. And I said, see, that's why I said Willow and Michael need to talk by themselves. It's revealed that the court date is in 2 weeks. Carla was saying how she thought that it was be far off or whatever, and she was saying that she wanted Michael to recover and stuff. And Diane was like, how is he supposed to fight for his kids if he not gonna be here or whatever? And she said she gonna do it some type of way. And I think they supposed to be filing for emergency custody or something like that. The way that Jason looked at Carly when it was revealed that Michael could lose his kids because of her or whatever, I said exactly. She needs to sit down somewhere. Now I get it, cause they over here acting like they could do whatever, but apparently they can. And I said they over here acting. They just said forget Michael. Then I don't like that they try to switch it up and make it seem like he's just this horrible person and stuff like that. Then when Michael found out about the affair, I'm so sorry, this and this, we never intended. Y'all know what they be saying. But then you fast forward, now you over here, you don't even know if Michael actually the one doing this. You don't even know. They over here trying to paint him as an absentee father, a bad father, stuff like this. Let's see. I guess we're gonna finish with Carly Jason now. Like I said, the court date is in 2 weeks. Carla said she's trying to fight for the kids. She don't want them over there living with Drew. Diane was saying once again, because of the video and stuff like that, they can basically say that the kids will be in danger. And that's why I was like, Sonny, Jason, even Brandon now. They really could take the kids. I was like, okay, before she said that about the kids going to Nina, their other grandma, I was thinking Monica. I was like, what other grandma? But then, Monica's sick and we still ain't got no Monica tribute. But yeah, I was like, they really could say all y'all is bad. The kids from y'all. That's what I was saying. But they do got a lot of family that they can get the kids to and stuff like that. But yeah, Willow just lying to this man's stuff. I'm like, Willow, wake up. Wake up. See, he over here just sitting there. She just sitting there while he talking about he finna get ready to paint. Now I understand because she was shocked and she saying she assuming that is Michael trying to take the kids. And they did mention they was like, Carly, this has Carly hand written all over it. Well, don't you think you need to reach out to Michael again and not take no for an answer, or have Jason do it, because Jason about the only one that can be trusted at this point in this situation. But yeah, so it looked like Michael not coming back unless he pop up out of nowhere. But yeah, what else? Like I said, I ain't gonna use the video to imply kids in danger. Drew came and he was comforting her and letting her know that Michael not gonna get away with this. He just like the rest of the family and stuff like that. Well, what would that make you? What would that make you, buddy? Wait, is he a real quartermain? I don't know. Look, at this point, I'm lost. They got so many doggone people. I don't even know who really a quartermain and who not. But yeah, he said he had a strategy, and I assumed he was trying to get ready to frame or do something. But he did say that he said he was gonna frame Michael as a absentee father because he chose to go to Germany and stuff like that. I said, how that work? I said he wanted to. He did listen to Carly though. I said, how you gonna sit up here? I said you already done broke the man's heart. Well, he did cheat, but and got somebody pregnant. And they don't know that yet. Rick ends up saying that he's gonna end up finding the dirt because they were saying how Martin told them the best strategy is to find out dirt on him because they know that Willow cheated or whatever. And that's what they got on her. So find something out about him. And Rick said he gonna find it out. I said he is too. I said he definitely is. Who else we got? Willow, Drew, Nina. We already was talking about them. He said he was gonna find whatever dirt, and he was saying something about he never missed the opportunity to stick it to Sonny, and how he don't really like Michael. And who else did he mention? I don't know. But yeah, he said he wouldn't be there if he didn't think it was a chance for them to win the kids. And I said I feel like they're gonna win the kids too, but I don't know, y'all. I really don't. I think the last people we got is Elizabeth and Lucky. He ends up going there, checking on her and stuff like that. She was talking about Rick. She said she remembered about the accident, that Rick had said something about the braids, and he started looking all suspicious and stuff. And then she said something. She said something about Rick said that the insurance company took the car. They must have said something else, because he started looking like, okay, something's up. They said something. Did they say they destroyed the car at first? Yeah, I think they did say they destroyed the car at first. But yeah, I think Lucky's supposed to be talking to Alexis on tomorrow's episode. So yeah, they finna put two and two together. While Christina over here talking about some, she don't know if she gonna ever be able to forget her mama, and she don't sit up here. I said, regardless though, if all this comes out, I said Alexis still going to jail, ain't it? But yeah, let's see. Let me make sure Christina told Dante about Alexis and everything. Oh, she slipped up too. Christina slipped up. She was saying they was talking about the accident and how bad it was, and she was saying how the side of the car was and all this. He was like, "How do you know? Did they ever go back to that?" He was asking her, "How you know what it looked like and stuff?" I don't know if they ever went back to this scene or not. But yeah, I was like, exactly. You talking too much. You've been talking too much since you did what you did. But yeah, I think that's it, y'all. Let me see. Elizabeth's so lucky that the insurance company, Diane said the kids could be placed with Nina. Drew wants to paint Michael as an absentee father. Yeah, that's it. That's everything. That is everything, y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this. Oh, I wanted to ask y'all if y'all knew, did that like remember how, if I'm not mistaken, it was a lady playing a psychic or something. Is that the same lady that's Alexis' assistant, Suzanne? I don't know. But yeah, that's it. Let me know y'all thoughts down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces, have a great rest of the day and be safe.